I don't know why you're here. But for us, we're here to bring
I'm a
you
fan
the
of
fun.
it. And obviously, you know, you're going to have a great display of both of these characters. Sinji
Yes.
has been kind of, he's sort of had the cornerstone of the Pac-Man market, at least on the East Coast for a while. You know, nationally, it's always been a toss-up, but now that T is performing very, very well, you know, that banner has sort of been, you know, he's definitely the Pac-Man of the moment right now. But Sinji is never a force to be slept on. Pasta having one of the best, you know, one of the better stories of the last, you know, summer, doing very, very well at these big national tournaments, could potentially sneak himself on a PGR spot if he keeps it up. But
definitely one of Tri-State's best breakout performers of the summer of Smash.
And you always kind of forget about him because everybody else around here is just so good, but he's a stud.
Like, this man's just chilling here as one of the best players that Philadelphia has to offer.
He's a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
As you can see by the tag, but here we go. It's going to be Pac-Man versus Peach. So it is going to be, you're going to see a different speed of Pac-Man, of Peach here for sure. I was going to say that Pasta doesn't necessarily like always like fish for the super like, you know, the down tilts into imagination combos, but you see, you know, him get it right there. And this is a matchup that I know Sinji, you know, has had his battles with, you know, against the likes of Samsora in the past. So we'll see what each player is bringing to the table. Probably a lot of fruit, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, you're going to see plenty of it. Sinji's very well practiced. In matches, especially those where the audience knows, like, oh, he's fought insert player here before. Sinji takes that opportunity. He never lets it down. He will study that matchup to no end. So you can know without a shadow of a doubt that Sinji's going to be very confident with how he's out-zoning Peach, how he combos her, how he tries to hold the ledge. But not every Peach plays the same. Pasta!
That's...
There's a floor in the way.
That's the equivalent of like when you try to spit your gum out the window and you're spitting in the wind. That was as pure unfortunate on all levels.
The shambles have begun.
Yeah.
One thing, now I was kind of getting towards this before Pasta forgot how to video game, but both of these guys are actually, besides being very good with their characters, very unconventional with their styles.
Yes, I agree.
Where Pasta's a lot more like neutral oriented and takes very strange focus as to like where he wants to position himself in a battle. Sinji is a lot more on the aggressive end when it comes to other Pac-Man, and I know that's kind of hard to frame when we're so used to Sinji, but like he makes sure that you know that he's pulling a bonus fruit, that there's a hydrant right in front of you, that he's slowly cornering you. He wants you to be aware of that so he can continue to pressure you.
Yeah, but as you can see right now, you see, you know, Pac-Man, not necessarily like known for his weight, but he's a pretty, you know, girthy fellow. And the longer that Pasta, you know, lets this stock, you know, marinate for, it's just going to give Sinji more of an opportunity to set up what he wants to do. Like Pac-Man with the lead, it's a whole different ball game. Like as against any sort of set play character that can, like, you know, throw down, you know, walls of defenses at you, but the back air, you know, will equalize things for the most part. And Sinji wasting no time getting his bonus fruit in order.
He's chilling. Oh, but he's not going to do anything with that turn-up in hand.
Yeah, kind of a stalemate neutral right now. The key will dislodge the hydrant, and again, that's like the bullet hell aspect of Pac-Man you kind of always have to be aware for. You see Sinji again just, you know, wasting no time, putting up the hydrant, retreating behind it, knowing that he has that wall in front of him. Pasta going for the unconventional combo and the dash and the bear to the dash attack.
Oh, that's cute. I love seeing it.
Yeah, is that what Sinji calls the catapult turtle, or is that something else?
That's right. He is a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I forget. He probably has something dumb like that. Bro, I'm trying to see my man destroy the moon right now.
The sword's revealing light did what? Here we go. Again, kind of a stalemate stock-wise. But Sinji able to convert. Not sure if he meant to go for that up tilt. As you can see him shaking his head in sheer disappointment. He's like, I did not mean to do that.
Shaking my Pac-Man.
All right, that's the bell on deck. Again, wasting no time, just using the hydrant offensively right there. Pasta trying to find his way in. And it looks like Pac-Man just kind of has an answer at like every height that Peach wants to approach at. So Pasta, you know, fortunately kind of has to take things a little bit slower.
Keeping a grounded game as Peach seems very dangerous, but Pasta's used to being able to play like this, where he has his movement options limited, where he knows he has to sort of figure out his way to worm into his opponent in ways that he's not particularly comfortable with. But winning is a comfortable spot to be in, and swung right into an apple is Pasta, but he's staying alive at 159.
That's a real dense apple.
Like I was saying, man, I don't recommend eating any of those bonus fruit. What are they made of? Why are they so blocky?
That's the fruit in the bodega that's been sitting in that styrofoam spider web for a little bit too long. But there we go. Pasta losing that second stock right there. Sinji has himself once again in the driver's seat. And honestly, at a really comfortable percent where he really doesn't have to worry about, just dying outright unless Pasta charges a smash attack in his face.
Ugh, all right, kind of a gross combo, but it's carrying on and building up the damage for Sinji just fine.
Yeah, the way that Sinji uses that up tilt is very, very, interesting. Like, a lot of Pac-Man players were very disappointed to see the range on it move when the game first came out, but Sinji's been able to find uses for it. That back air won't punish a roll on stage right now, so Pasta, again, not being phased by the slow, methodical play of Sinji right now,
Like, Pasta recognized very early on into this set that Sinji was playing a very anti-air heavy match. Like, you brought up the up tilt. He's using that a lot just to poke Pasta, stop him from comboing. We've seen the long distance hydrant and bonus fruit play that's just denying airspace left and right. And like, Pasta is following all of this. He's like, I understand the game you're trying to play, but I don't want to die. So he's taking things slower. He's waiting for the resources to leave the field. He's waiting for Sinji to step out of line. Yeah, it's a slow burn, but Peach has the tools to facilitate that type of play. Pasta needs to try and get himself on the business end of it, because right now, Sinji is looking to break first blood in the set.
I'm actually offended at that up smash to the kill. Nice catch off the Heezy.
Oh, Captain's away!
I'm a fire in my lasers.
All right, let's get another one.
Oh, jeez.
A very satisfying thud.
Yeah, it's got a good base to it. Have you ever hit a fire hydrant before? I'm sure it sounds exactly like that.
I don't recommend it. The kids don't try it at home.
Don't park too close to it either. There you go, Sinji again, just continuing.
That's a great angle.
I love that mix-up so much, man.
I swear, Sinji makes me like math. I watch this man play and I'm like, wowzers. Wow, specifically wowzers.
Oh, the back air will connect and getting the killing sparks, but still not enough. There you go, the key.
That should do it.
Yeah, with 26 seconds on the clock right there, Wow, that was a long game.
Yeah.
Yep, so there we go. That is going to be game one for Sinji. Pasta thinking it over, looking at what he has at his disposal.
He's like looking at his hands. I got this key that looks like it's made out of Legos and a part of a fire hydrant that's moist. I hate this.
I just love watching these humanoid characters holding this 2D ass fruit.
Like, can you imagine Snake standing next to one of Duck Hunt's wild gunmen? Because they're not even made out of pixels; they're made of voxels. Like, they're just layers of blocks.
Cloud Strife can stand in the same area as KK Slider, man. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Final Fantasy X Animal Crossing is a real thing. Anyway, to the musical silence of KK Slider here, let us see if Game 2 holds greener pastures for BlazingPasta, or Sinji will go up 2-0.
Sinji playing with a little bit of momentum is always scary because he's going to be just that little bit much more confident. And he doesn't show it in his person, but as far as his play is concerned, you're going to see his traps get a little trickier. You're going to see him play a little faster. He'll be a bit more bold. And Pac-Man does have the tools to be a little bit more bold. It's just you don't want Pac-Man sitting with a further ahead lead when you already see how long he can burn the clock.
Yeah, and as you can see right now, Pasta in a position where he wants to be, in advantage percentage-wise against Pac-Man. Just being able to build the foundation of that lead for as long as you can is going to be crucial for him here. Also, he's been doing a really good job navigating around the fire hydrant by, timing when Sinji's going to throw it and throwing out a hitbox with it to negate the fire hydrant hitbox. Bounce off the trampoline, that was funny. Nice back air, says the commentator, as Sinji meets his demise on that first lock.
A fairly quick one as well. Take note of the time. Mind you, it's not much compared to, earlier stocks or faster characters, but hey.
Sure.
We take it what we can get here.
No.
And if we got to play the slow game, might as well be ahead of it.
No, it's huge, but there we go once again. Sinji just doing such a great job off the rebound with the bell and, able to punish Pasta. That's the fourth time he's gotten that, too, so.
He's always been super consistent with his bell punishes.
Yeah, you have to. That's free damage and a stock if you play your cards right. And the displeased face of Pac-Man as he misses that grab is truly one of my favorite things in this game.
That's like the only time Pac-Man ever looks distressed. Every other time, he's big chilling.
It's like, ugh.
I don't want to be in the cutscene.
All right, Pasta continuing to add on to his lead right here, but Sinji continuing to play chase. Again, making good use of the Galaga, obviously. Sinji utilizing the re-grabs. Great haymaker right there from Pasta. Maybe trying to ride the wave purposely to kind of catch Sinji falling asleep at the wheel.
Taking advantage of win boxes is always a hoot, but it needs to be such a calculated effort. Like, very rarely is that something that you're able to just sort of go with the flow of and figure out. And when fighting Pac-Man, there's so many little intricacies about the character that you need to know how to fight around that there's only so much learning you could do all at once before you end up just like getting overstimulated by all the mini games that the character brings to the table.
Why is he wearing shoulder pads or elbow pads?
You know, I always wondered why. I always figured like Namco was like limiting the options that Pac-Man has.
So did that hit him in like the neck or the head? I like that.
Now you're asking questions you don't want answers to. Oh, we have a guest fighter.
As he's, let's see if Pasta opts. It looks like he's opted to use Mr. Saturn here. No, come back! No! Just stay for the show. It just started.
He was at the venue looking for another performer.
Looking for the bathroom.
He hears KK every Saturday. He's done.
This is poetry night.
Why does he only play the same 7 songs? I've been listening to that for like 11 years.
Ooh, that will hit its mark right there. Sinji has even the stock count and close the gap as close as it's been since the game started. So see if Pasta can you tighten down, almost getting the drag down on the up air, but just coming up short. Oh, sweet God.
Why is she screaming so much?
You ever been hit by a fire hydrant before?
Admittedly, no, so I guess I'm not one to talk, but like, you see how many times she hits someone when she's doing damage? Look how nice, how polite Pac-Man is. He doesn't make a peep.
He doesn't want to make her feel bad.
What if everything Peach does doesn't actually hurt and everyone's just sort of going with it out of obligation? They don't want to insult royalty.
She'll throw you in jail, man. That's a real thing. All right, so Sinji has regained the lead right now. Pasta, trying to get himself back in the thick of things. Has plenty of time to do so. But again, Sinji just doing such a great job policing that. The big thing that I think Peach can do is be able to, like, hit that 45 degrees, like, right above Pac-Man to kind of land in on top of him. Oh, Lord!
Oh, it was almost the coolest thing Sinji's ever done. Almost.
Dude, I'll never get tired of that. The bell goes so fast.
You know some of the other bonus for go faster?
Oh, God.
My favorite is the apple. Apple literally, like, blinks out of existence. Let me talk about a blink. That's the ghost.
Yeah, that is a ghost.
That's the ghost of Secure Game 2.
There we go. Sinji up 2-0 here after what was, an impressive game from Pasta, but Sinji again just playing that great, defensive game.
Oh, let me see it. Give it to.
Yeah, there we go. Once again.
And then boop.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like the big problem for a character like Pac-Man is when you like kind of like jump in at the 45 degrees. Oh no. Oh. He's going wah?
We have reached into the pockets.
I want to know how deep in the pocket this is. We may be looking at thigh pocket here. I didn't know he had this character in his arsenal.
We're talking cargo shorts, man.
Yeah.
Game 3 is bringing us right on back to KK Slider's stage. The Smashville.
You might be looking at like those like Dickies Works pants that has like the pockets like way down on your calves. Like this is getting deep, but hey man, we'll see what happens here. I don't know. I can't really describe how this matchup goes on paper, but maybe having the range of a sword is what Pasta needs and not the range of, your hands.
Like, he's going to be able to poke him for a good amount of damage, but Pasta has to be aware of the ever-present threat of just getting edge guarded by the littlest of things. We've seen time and time again, Sinji is not wary about going off stage and throwing out a move if it means it's taking a stop.
Yeah, and edge guarding is a factor we haven't really had to see, like, Sinji do. He's just been settling on the ledge traps because you can't really. It's hard to edge guard Peach because she has so many resources to get back to the stage.
Right.
Roy, on the other hand, does not have that same luxury. So, okay, that get up attack at least buying some time to get out of the bell hit some, but stop the yard. That run off downer. Sinji has done that a couple of times today in bracket. That move is, low-key, really, really good buff for Pac-Man.
Like, it's always been a really strange move. No one knows how to really respond to it, but now that it's got that, like, such a good finisher on it, like, it's much easier.
It's like jazz covers of, like, classic rock. It's like you're not really sure how you feel about it, but, like, you're okay with it. All right, so nice catch from Pasta, but again, let's see if Roy's the answer here. That was such a smart use of the cherries right there. Just letting gravity do the work on a character with a bad recovery.
Like, Cherry and Strawberry actually cover a really good arc when fighting against Roy. And on top of the fact that they cover that good downward arc, they're the quickest bonus fruit. You don't have to worry about charging the Cherry.
There you go. Once again, Pasta is having a rough go at it here. Again, Sinji, he's just doing everything proper. Throwing the orange parallel to the stage, forcing Pasta to recover low, and that's death.
That was a deep forward air, and just like that, this Roy is getting slowly put to sleep.
Yeah, this is... they definitely didn't have this in... They broke the mold with Pac-Man in regards to the Fire Emblem matchup weakness chart, for sure. But I don't know. I've seen crazier things happen. There we go. The jab to the jump up air. That's a thing, I guess.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
Why are you here? Why are you there?
There you go. Again, just Pasta hasn't really been able to generate any sort of, like, offense here. He's been playing inside out for basically the majority of this last stock.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting turned inside out the most of this game 3.
Oh, jeez. I thought he was going to get hit by that.
I would really hope that. That's a heavy sword.
I love that animation.
When he bonks, he looks so distressed. He's like, all I've ever known in my life is going straight.
I mean, I'd be distressed too if I went from like humanoid with limbs to like pizza with the slice missing, like just on a whim like that. Like, we're just not going to talk about how morbid that is.
Why do his eyes look like him?
Oh, yo.
Pac-Man invites so many questions. I want answers too, but I feel like the rabbit hole is too deep.
Pasta just trying to, dig himself out of his own rabbit hole right now. Unfortunately, Sinji just continuing to put the hurt on right now. Missed that tech, had the right idea, but overshot the delivery right there. Forced to, overshoot his recovery a bit to avoid getting gimped.
Orange bonus fruit in hand. At least he keeps it away from Sinji, but doesn't do much for him.
There you go. Back air will connect. Well, Sinji needs that one solid hit. There we go. The rain boots will...
The air dodge right there killed him. Ugh.
He's just like, nah, I'm a head out. So, the Roy, unfortunately, was not the boy in this situation, but Sinji guaranteeing himself a spot in top 8 winners side, Hangman. So,
all right.
The pack is here, and...
We shouldn't be too surprised, but a very unorthodox match for 2 unorthodox players.
Yeah, absolutely. It's weird, because, like, Sinji does so well, but because we're also, like, because Sinji travels so frequently around the area, people have a lot of exposure to Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And, the character is becoming slightly more meta-relevant. There's always been a bunch of Pac-Mans, like, in the area.
Yeah, just between Sinji and